This is
Hornography. Gemini Ridge. This is Gemini Ridge.
688-623-36.
Contacts need to
Kick into gear.
wear in here. Yeah, we'll do it on the curves. God, that water is irritating. That's how much sleep I've had tonight. Last night. God, that water is irritating. Put your seatbelt on, Jesse. We're on the curves.
What gives you the confidence we're going to get it done today?
Your light in my eyes. I can see the light. This right here. Frosty. Ready. Feels
What about
ready.
that thing on your lip?
Oh. Hide your wife. Hide your... I'm back in the draw where I saw those bucks yesterday. We're just glassing this morning. I thought I would see one by now, but it's just been slow for being this time of year, especially with the weather the way it is today. There's very little wind. If I see one, I'm going to try to make a ground play. If I see one, I'm trying to make a ground play by making my wind right. Because right now, there's a lot of spots where it could be wrong if I jump down there. So I kind of want to see them from a distance. If I see them first, then I can make a play. It's difficult to kill them off the ground anyway, but I could have did it yesterday. I've got my decoy that I might just strap, depending on the situation. I could strap it to a tree or keep it on my bow to get real close. I haven't heard from Jesse yet. Hopefully he's making a stalk. I would bet he's going to be kicking himself for not sitting in that stand, but you can't guess right all the time.
Shortly after sunrise, a solo doe worked out of the creek bottom, up a ridge towards a bedding area that we called the bench. Hold up a second. Rewind that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Right there. That's a big buck. And that's the stand I'm supposed to be sitting in. So I guess we'll add some music and watch this play out in dramatic fashion, because mistake number 1 was not sitting in the stand, and mistake number 2 was glassing from a location that didn't allow me to make any sort of move on this deer without being made.
we saw with the gray, you know. He's going right where we want him to go. But he's cruising, so we're gonna have to. Man, his back is beat the piss. There he goes. Watch where he goes. Just watch where he goes. He's going right where that doe went. We gotta go.
We thought we had chased him down 3 draws over, but never laid eyes on him again for the rest of the morning.
We're so freaking close to getting this done. Darren saw the same buck probably 2 days in a row. One night, one evening. Class this morning. Didn't see him, but then came with me to find the buck that I saw this morning. And then we saw a guy, and he said he bumped a buck, a nice buck, out of a draw. And then he showed us on the map where it was, and it was right where Darren had been seeing that deer. So that sucks. We didn't go in on him because the wind wasn't right. So there's that. And this morning I saw a buck, and he pretty much popped out right where we have our tree stand here. Now there's a scrape about 100 yards away. Going up the hill, the side of the hill that I think he came out of. Following a doe, chasing a doe. Never really met up with her though, it was kind of weird. So I'm in here, it's super quiet. The wind down his bottom's like swirling. So I hope I'm not messing things up, but we've only got a couple days left after today. It's time to be aggressive. So I'm gonna get in the tree stand for the long sit for this afternoon. I'm hoping if he's out cruising, they like to cruise that bench right up there. There's a chance over the next couple of days we go up there and hunt them, but I think today is a safe bet is to do it from this tree stand, knowing that that scrape is there and it looked super fresh. Alright, enough whispering.
After seeing him and the fresh sign, I knew I had to sit that stand in the evening. Tree stand sits in this part of Kansas can test your soul. You know the deer are running around up top, but you can't see them. You sit and pray to the deer gods that a doe gets pushed your way down the draw right in your wheelhouse. And as I was setting up, my prayers were almost answered. I spotted what I thought was the same doe from earlier in the day. but there was no buck in sight. My neck hurt for the next 3 days looking over my right shoulder for that buck the rest of the evening.
What do you know, another windy day in Kansas. This is the area that we saw that buck cruising yesterday morning. And when you look at it from across, it looks wide open. It looks like there's nothing there. And when you come across here, you can see why he was lost looking for does and why he was coming up here checking, because of the terrain changes and the thickness of these small little trees in here. Provides a lot of cover for does. Potentially really hard to get in here in the morning without kicking up deer. If they are bedded yet, they might not be bedded and you beat them back to bed. This is definitely a bedding area. But where to sit? You can do some type of stand in a cedar tree or sit on the ground, and you can't see anything off the ground. I'll keep checking it out.
An aerial view of the bench doesn't exactly reveal prime whitetail territory, but the quick terrain changes and brush make for prime doe bedding. Time was running short, and I was done waiting.
If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen fast. I'm tucked into this little bench that I glassed the morning and saw a big buck that we have on trail camera pushing does around here. When you look across the whole draw, it doesn't look like anything, and then you get down in here and it's thick, little pockets. Because the other day he looked lost looking for it. I couldn't figure out why, but once you get down here you can't see a ton. It'd be nice to be up in a tree, but no go this morning, ground sitting. So I can't see much except for in front of me, and that crossing is right here in front of me. So if he utilizes that, I'm afraid he might sneak up behind me. And I wish I had a decoy, so many things going good for me right now. No tree stand, no decoy, no vision. I got a shot window from about 0 to 40 directly in front of me, 0 to 30 to my right, and I'll be able to see him coming from my left or my right, and maybe a little bit in front of me. If he's grunting or he's running around on this stuff, I should hear him too. There's a lot of rock up here, and you can actually hear them. They sound like horses when they're running around. Some of them are built like horses. Alright, sit tight, buckle up. Hopefully we get it done.
A doe bleat can call had done the trick on this buck earlier in the morning. I figured I would give it another try, and 2 minutes later, I heard a buck grunting on the other side of a cedar tree to my left. It was him. And he was staring right at me. But he couldn't quite figure out what I was, and there was no chance for me to swing my bow or the camera in his direction. I was positioned at the end of this row of cedars. And he had made his way through this pocket searching for does. I needed him to work into this opening. He started to. All I could think about was the shot and staying calm. He took 2 steps to the right, then he disappeared.